What if the fire of betrayal, once a searing wound in the soul, could forge a blade sharp enough to carve destiny anew, echoing the unquenchable vendettas of history's outcasts, like Spartacus rising from chains to defy an empire? Feel the chill of dungeon depths giving way to the acrid smoke of retribution, the metallic taste of blood on your tongue as power surges like a forbidden elixir, whispering promises of justice amid the shadows. This is the intoxicating essence of Episode 6 of my gift LVL 99.99 Unlimited Gacha. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon, I'm out for revenge. Released on November 7, 2025, escalating the revenge arc with unrelenting fury. Here, in a world where gifts define fate, the episode unleashes a storm of empowerment that mirrors the revolutionary sparks of the French guillotine's edge, where the oppressed sees godlike might. It's a tantalizing vortex that draws you in, as if you're cloaked in the protagonist's rage, heart racing with the thrill of impending reckoning. Could you wield such infinite power without losing yourself, or will the mystery of its cost pull you deeper into the abyss? Picking up from Episode 5's tense alliances and burgeoning schemes, where the hero emerges from isolation to test his newfound might in the Adventurers Guild. Reminiscent of gladiators stepping into the Colosseum after years of hidden training, this chapter thrusts him into a calculated hunt that propels the vendetta forward. Light and his summoned companions pursue a notorious threat plaguing the ranks, their quest evoking the shadowy pursuits of historical bounty hunters like those in the Wild West, where lawlessness breeds opportunity. An unexpected arrival shatters the stalemate, injecting urgency and alliances forged in desperation, much like the sudden pacts in the midst of World War I trenches. The narrative builds to a precipice of confrontation, leaving threads dangling like unanswered echoes in a cavern, enveloping you in the tension as if the dim guild lights flicker on your skin, the distant clamor of steel urging you to uncover what fractures next in this web of revenge and plot progression. Episode 6 accelerates the main narrative with precision, unveiling revelations about hidden adversaries and their machinations that twist the revenge trajectory, akin to the shocking betrayals in Shakespeare's Othello, where trust unravels into chaos. Key twists, including a dramatic intrusion that redefines alliances, culminate in a cliffhanger that balances anticipation without resolution, maintaining dramatic equilibrium through a pacing that ebbs from strategic planning to explosive action, like a coiled spring releasing in bursts. The episode's balance feels deliberate, blending introspection with frenzy to avoid overload. Fans often query cloudy aspects like the mechanics of sudden teleportations or the probabilistic nuances of the gacha system in high-stakes scenarios. Drawing from the light novel, specifically Volume 2, Chapters 3 to 5, these clarify, teleportation stems from rare, lore-bound artifacts tied to racial magics, not random plot convenience, but a foreshadowed vulnerability in elven defenses against human incursions. The gacha's unlimited nature involves escalating rarities based on accumulated pulls, rooted in the web novel's emphasis on exponential growth through persistence, providing context that the anime streamlines for visual impact. While preserving the system's strategic depth, character development excavates profound layers, exposing scars that fuel transformation, much like Victor Frankenstein's creation grappling with abandonment. Light evolves from betrayed victim to calculated avenger, his motivations, rooted in deep-seated discrimination and loss, manifest in choices that surprise with their cold efficiency, yet remain consistent with his arc of reclaiming agency. Mia, the enigmatic elf, reveals hidden wounds of prejudice and survival, her dialogue transformative in bridging racial divides, hinting at growth through vulnerability. These shifts feel intimate, as if you're witnessing their souls fracture and mend in real time, questioning your own thresholds for forgiveness amid the storm. Thematically, the episode delves into power's corrosive allure and morality's fragility, manifesting in sacrifices where hope battles despair. Characters wield godlike abilities at the cost of humanity, probing, does absolute power redeem or corrupt? Echoing the hubris of Icarus flying too close to the sun, survival demands moral compromises, complicating the universe with lore of interracial hierarchies and gift disparities that enrich the iSky framework, adding historical parallels to colonial oppressions where the weak rise through ingenuity. Dialogue slices with sharp, if occasionally cliched, impact, lines that foreshadow doom and resonate like Churchill's wartime rallying cries, heavy with weight that lingers, pulling you into the scene as if the words vibrate in your chest. Building curiosity. What vow would you swear if betrayal's blade pressed against your throat? Technically, the animation from JC Staff captivates with fluid summons and clashes, symbolic colors shifting from oppressive dungeon blues to fiery reds of rage, lighting casting elongated shadows that embody lingering grudges, not mere aesthetics, but beauty as a harbinger of inevitable downfall. Direction employs dynamic angles, low shots amplifying dominance, rapid edits pulsing with tension, to to mirror emotional volatility, composing frames that immerse you in the chaos. The soundtrack haunts like a vengeful spirit, its motifs of swelling strings and percussive crescendos searing into memory during revelations, while silences amplify isolation's terror, louder than any roar. Voice acting excels. Light CU delivers with guttural intensity and tremor, embodying a soul forged in fury. Mia's timbre quivers with fragile resolve, infusing her essence with poignant depth. Emotionally, this episode ignites a blaze within. I felt a surge of cathartic rage morph into uneasy wonder, moments scarring with their brutality, yet sparking awe at empowerment's double edge, reminiscent of the visceral thrill in gladiatorial triumphs where victory tastes of blood and regret. Pivotal collisions hint at destinies clashing in a shattering pivot that alters trajectories, connecting to eternal queries. In Revenge's grip, where does justice end and monstrosity begin? It leaves echoes that resonate, as if you're there, pulse quickening with the gacha's glow. Dare you turn away from the power calling your name? Through a reverse lens, the episode's brisk pacing and trope-heavy opacity might frustrate, yet these reflect deliberate isekai stylings, mirroring the genre's fog of rapid ascension as thematic commentary on unchecked ambition, much like the intentional ambiguities in Greek tragedies that heighten catharsis. Complexity in lore could overwhelm, but it invites rewatches. Cliched elements, while critiquable, ground the fantasy in relatable archetypes, balancing indulgence with intent. In essence, Episode 6 excels in visceral action and thematic bite, its strengths, raw character evolution, atmospheric artistry, and narrative thrust, overshadowing generic pitfalls to achieve its goals as a gripping revenge odyssey. But as shadows lengthen and echoes of summons fade, I wonder, can you resist the gacha's siren call, or will it draw you into your own quest for reckoning? Watch and let the levels rise within. The betrayal awaits your verdict.